Welcome to the dawn of a new era in Major League Soccer. The GOAT, Lionel Messi, has set his sights on Miami, catapulting the MLS into a new stratosphere of footballing excellence. This isn't just a transfer, it's a seismic shift in the world of football. Messi's arrival isn't just a game changer, it's a league changer, and the MLS now has a real chance of becoming the footballing version of Disneyland, that it has always dreamed of. Sure, Beckham was a big name, Zlatan too, but Lionel Messi's arrival in the States blows any previous transfer out of the water. The best ever has arrived. Any nation that calls football soccer is going to get a hard time. But now that the MLS has landed the biggest coup of them all, more respect is being placed on its name. In a truly life-changing move for all, Messi's arrival to the States means the sky's the limit. Perhaps tempted by offers in Saudi Arabia, Leo has instead opted to star for Inter Miami, and with it, this league has a new lease of life. Was it the right call for Leo? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. A young league founded in 1993, the MLS has gone from strength to strength, but it hasn't quite hit the lofty heights it might have hoped for. If the MLS is to take over world football, the time is now. With Messi's move, the eyes of the world are on America. They have to grab their chance to become a truly top league. Do you think they will? Can they take advantage and compete with the European leagues? Time will tell. The MLS has 29 teams and it will become 30 in 2025 with the birth of a new professional side in sunny San Diego. Back in the competition's debut season in '93, there were just 7 sides competing for the title. The American wave has been building over the years and we are ready to ride it. The MLS in the past has been seen as nothing more than a retirement home for washed out European greats, but many have come with plenty left in the tank and made their mark on the league. Zlatan did so well that he realized he even had to go back to Europe and play again. And of course, let's not forget some of the awesome Americans that have plied their trade in their homeland, like ex-Bayer Leverkusen and Everton star Landon Donovan. One of the MLS's most successful imports formed an incredible partnership with Donovan at LA Galaxy. Ireland's all-time international goalscorer Robbie Keane. The striker netted 83 times for the Galaxy over 135 games and was the main man in a golden era where the club won 3 MLS titles in 4 years. At times partnered of course by Donovan, David Beckham and later on Steven Gerrard. True Hollywood stars. Sebastian Giovinco was another man who was prized from Europe to North America when he still had plenty left to give. The Italian arrived in Canada still in his 20s to become the talisman of Toronto FC. He won the MVP and Golden Boot Award in 2015 and then a title as Toronto were named champions in 2017. Huge names like Kaká, David Villa and Thierry Henry have all enjoyed spells in the States, and more recently Gareth Bale opted for a stint at LAFC before retirement. Nonetheless, as he tends to do, Bale popped up with key moments and a last gasp MLS final goal helped LAFC to their first ever title. This goal was a moment that was beamed across screens worldwide, the exact effect that the MLS wants foreign superstars to have, and perhaps something that Lionel Messi can provide on a weekly basis. Times are changing in the MLS. Every year seems to see the addition of a new club or franchise as it might be known in the States. Who knows what the future will hold, but in a country that loves to optimize commercial opportunities, perhaps more rule changes or competition formats will be adopted. Will we see a split in the league with promotion and relegation for once? What about a unification of the East and West Conference structure? Or maybe a return to those famous 90s penalties, where instead of a spot kick, players would dribble from the halfway line to take the keeper on in a one-on-one? What would you implement if you had the keys to the MLS rulebook? For now, the big changes are that the league will soon have a nice round number of 30 teams, and of course, the best player ever to have walked the earth. Inter Miami have been rooted to the bottom of the Eastern Conference this year, but they have already announced that Sergio Busquets will join Messi in Miami, and perhaps Jordi Alba too, maybe even Sergio Ramos. Tata Martino is the new coach. Twice before he's been Messi's manager. We have no doubt that this team built around Leo will go from regular losers to leaving teams for dead. When do you think Miami's first MLS title will arrive? Messi's move will benefit the whole league financially, as viewers and popularity will soar. Let's hope some of the other sides bring in their own superstars too, and we have some pretty incredible competition for the cup. A global battle of sorts has begun between Messi's MLS and Cristiano Ronaldo's Saudi Pro League. Both leagues are jostling for world football's top talent to choose them as their next destination. For the States, the future is looking pretty spectacular, and that is no understatement. We all already know that they dominate women's football. The US women's national team travel to Australia and New Zealand this summer as one of the hot favourites to lift the World Cup. If they do so, it will be their third trophy in a row, and they would have won over 50% of the titles in women's World Cup history. The men's team could only dream of that. Football is the fastest growing sport amongst the youth in the United States, and their recent men's World Cup campaign saw great performances against the Netherlands and England. In the next 3 summers, the USA will also be hosting some of the finest competitions in world football. Already a hub for pre-season tours and spectacular matchups, now the USA will welcome some serious competitive football. In 2024, the Copa America will be played in the States, with 16 teams from both North and South America vying for a famous title. In 2025 comes the shiny new Club World Cup, the latest bright idea from FIFA HQ. A whopping 32 teams will descend on America in a traditional World Cup style knockout tournament. The first of its kind will be a spectacular sight to behold, and matchups like Boca Juniors versus Inter Miami and River Plate versus Barcelona will be on the radar. Then in 2026, the holy grail of the World Cup will return to US soil for the first time since 1994, this time co-hosting with Canada and Mexico. The US will complete 3 hectic but potentially unbelievable summers of tournament football. Between that and Messi's arrival, if the MLS doesn't hit new heights now, then maybe it never will. The future of football in the States isn't just promising, it's dazzling. With Messi and the upcoming tournaments, the MLS is on the cusp of a golden era. But can it rival the popularity of the European leagues? Can the men's team try to emulate the women's team in the States and eventually win a World Cup? That remains to be seen too. But one thing is clear, Major League Soccer isn't just participating in the game, it's reshaping it.